So I'm still talking about our reaction to stress. And if you remember, there were 3 possible reactions. We all know them probably very well by now: the fight, the flight, or the freeze. So yesterday I was talking about the freeze response and how that changes your energy field. And I shared some actions, some energy medicine tools to shift you out of freeze, because that's our most common response to stress. But actually the second most common is getting angry. I called it the hedgehog. It's where your energy is like prickly, and it's literally out there in jagged prickles to protect you. Everything that we learn is about protecting us in the moment. So a pattern served us when it first became something that you did, when it first became your behavior, your way of doing things. It was a good thing. So a behavior, a pattern is only unserving, only limiting when it becomes something that you're unconscious of, and it's actually holding you back from being your fuller self, from living your full, complete, happy life. So when you're angry, in response to stress, as I've said, your energy is shooting upwards and it's getting prickly. It's creating a prickly shell to prevent other people from maybe attacking you. So it's a learned response that maybe as a kid, your parents were angry with you and you retracted inside. So you didn't retract, you expanded outwards, and their anger was met with your anger. And it was almost a case of who can be the most angry and therefore scare the other person off, so that there is no physical or emotional hurt being done. And that might serve as a kid in a certain situation, but as an adult, when you become angry as a result of stress, it means that you're not listening to other people, you're being confrontational with other people, and you're not able to, sorry, the sun's distracting me at the moment, you're not able to learn and grow from situations as they arise. Sorry, I'm actually around this side of the table because I need to stand up to show you the exercises you need to do to let go of anger. So if you think back to when you're last stressed out, or a pattern of being stressed, did you get angry? Do you remember being critical of others, judging other people? Or perhaps you turn that anger inwards, and this is the same thing. So even though the anger is becoming self-criticism and your inner critic is having the lion's share of the voice inside your head, it's still an angry response to stress. So if you're the sort of person who is constantly saying, oh, I knew I shouldn't have done that, what an idiot, how stupid of me to do this again, I'm so pissed off with myself, excuse my language. If that's you, if you regularly get, so cross that you can't focus on what you might need to do, all you can sense is the anger. And if someone says, don't be angry, there's no need, that just incenses you even more. Well, that angry response is not serving you, because you're not able to learn or to grow or to live life in a better place, having consciously understood where that anger is coming from. So talking about it is one thing, but I'm sharing energy medicine tools this week to help you shift from your angry response. And the reason why this one is so important is that all of our energy impacts how we feel, so our emotions, obviously. So if in this case, the stress response is making you feel like this, steam coming out of your ears, prickly, aggressive, confrontational, the feeling is anger. The physical symptoms, chronically, longer term, of holding on to the anger response are too much adrenaline and cortisol, so too much of those stress hormones being stuck in your system. And it's your liver that suffers if you're an angry person. So you can fail to be able to process the toxins in your system, fail to get the energy that your liver delivers throughout your energetic body. So you might feel tired, lethargic all the time. You might actually feel sick or nauseated a lot of the time. You might have very dark urine. All of these things are a sign that your liver is not working. And obviously, if you let that go for a longer term, you can have serious liver damage, irrespective irrespective of how much you drink, emotions can be toxic too. And your anger is a very toxic emotion. So what do you do to release that anger response and to help your body recover from chronic adrenaline production and cortisol production? So I'm going to stand up for this one. I hope I'm going to have to move you back around here. I hope you can still see me. Fall into the fireplace, just about. So if you're angry, your energy rises upwards. And if you could see an emotional energy diagram, you'd see it rising up your central meridian, the central line of your body, and really focusing around the throat and the mouth area. And that makes sense, because when you're angry, how do you vent it? By shouting. So we've got this prickly energy that's coming out, jagging in every single direction. That's an excessive amount of energy that's not finding its ground. It's going upwards, it's failing to flow back down through your body, out through your feet, and into the grounding, calmer space of Mother Earth. So literally your energy is bubbling, boiling, prickling. We needed to bring it down, to calm it down, and to let it ground. And we need to, first of all, vent that in actually quite an aggressive way. And it's called dispelling the venom, or blowing out the venom. It's also a yoga move. But if we start off, imagine you're in that stressed out, angry place, pissed off at other people, angry with yourself. Just take a deep, put your hands on your thighs, take a deep breath. And as you do, rise your hands upwards until they're vertical above your head, and make fists with your hands, and then thinking of what has you stressed and angry, blow it out to the floor. We'll do that 3 or 4 times until you feel like you've let go of that excess energy. And I like to shake it off. And we'll do it one more time, but this time more slow and measured. And now we've dispelled the major overload of energy. And now I'm going to move back into some slightly more calming postures. So we've let go of our excess energy. And now I want us to massage our adrenal points. So in this case, that's my belly button. If you go an inch either side and an inch upwards, so it's just under your rib cage. Put your hands into that, either like this or like this, a thumb and 3 fingers. A lovely, powerful energy nodule. When you do this with your fingers, you're concentrating the energy from your electromagnetic hands. So just rub in that place, an inch out and an inch upwards. It's just under your rib cage, and actually really give a nice, firm massage. And I always do this for at least 2 or 3 breaths. Breathing is so important in energy medicine. Got to keep the energy flowing. And breath is flow in and out, and that wonderful cycle is the same as your energy. It retracts inwards and expands outwards. So we're sending energy into our adrenal glands, and that's releasing adrenaline and allowing it to be metabolized and let go out of the body. That's letting go of negative, it's letting go of anger. And probably that will feel sensitive and sore. Mine are a little sensitive, which probably means that I've been in a stressful place myself, and many of us have been, just because of the lockdown, the changes in our lifestyle, the impact on our family, our friends. It's all, feels unnerving. We feel out of control, and oftentimes that gets your adrenaline going when we just face a change that we feel out of control with. So we've massaged our adrenal points. Now I want you to go back to your belly button, out an inch, this time down an inch, so further towards your pubic bone. And this is cortisol points, lymphatic points in your body that allow us to metabolize the other hormone that is released
in our stress response. So now we're massaging in the same way as we did with our adrenaline points. We're massaging to release the cortisol, to let go of the stress. Flush it out of your system, because it's not healthy to hold on to these hormones that your body produces to face up to stress. So we've given that a nice massage. And again, one side or the other may feel more uncomfortable. If it hurts, just pull back a bit and don't overdo it. If you create pain, that might actually excite your stress response and actually get more adrenaline or cortisol going. So now what I want you to do, and I'm going to sit back for this, is the points an inch below your belly and an inch outwards, your cortisol points. I'm going to hold those with your 3-finger point. And your thumbs are going to come upwards in a nice square shape and hit the points we were massaging earlier, the adrenaline points. And all I want you to do is just, don't need to do anything right now. Just breathe. We're connecting those 4 points.
Let's take some deep belly breaths. Make sure that you breathe out more than you breathe in. So if you breathe in for 4, 3, 4, out, breathe out for 6, 50% more. And the reason for doing that is we want to bring more oxygenated breath. So quite often when we're not breathing properly, we fail to breathe out all of the old air, which means we can't take in new, fresh oxygen. And actually, when you get more oxygen flowing, it allows the hormones of cortisol and adrenaline to flush through that much more quickly. And also it brings your nervous system back down out of fight, flight or freeze, in this case fight, and helps to calm and ground you. And you might start to notice a bit of tingling across your belly as you're connecting those points, because we really are, electromagnetic bodies. And just by holding these points and putting the focus of your attention, your belly will be warming up. You'll be creating space. And that space is allowing the anger to dissipate, allowing the emotion to flow, allowing you to release the angry tension, allowing you to let go of the inner critic. And for the sake of the video, I will let go. You can hold that pose for as long as you like. So if you feel like you need to do it for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes, then do that. And you'll feel a beautiful kind of a deepening, like you're feeling cradled. And that's your energy dropping down, flowing through your entire body and re-harmonizing, rebalancing. And from this place, you've now let go of your anger. And I'd just like to do one more move to really calm you down. And this is a beautiful move if you're feeling any type of strong emotion. Anger is a strong emotion, but put the heel of your hand to your cheekbone. This is actually another grounding exercise. Your cheek has some reflex point which relate to your stomach. So if you're feeling angry and your stomach is knotted and it's difficult to breathe or digest, you'll feel a bit sick. This is going to be taking the knots out of your energy, taking that jaggedness and really grounding your energy. So put your hands over your eyes. Your fingers are up over your forehead, touching some beautiful neurovascular reflex points, which are calming, soothing. And I'd like you to cross your fingers, your little fingers in the center of your head. And we're crossing those over the center of your forehead, which is connecting to your central nervous system. Keep breathing. And we're literally giving your body the physical signal, I'm okay. There's no need to feel angry. I'm calm. Everything is fine. I'm calm, I'm grounded. I'm finding my centered space. And from here, you can naturally reconnect to your wisdom. So you can hold that for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, a minute, however long, excuse me, got an eyelash in my eye, however long it feels necessary. And you will find that your anger completely disappears. And not only does this improve how you respond to the stressor in your life right now, it helps you reprogram. So energy medicine is a wonderful thing. It helps you in the moment. And the more times you do this, the more you're reprogramming your response to that trigger. So if you get angry at a certain event, a certain person, a certain thing, use this, do it a few times on the day that it happens, do it every day for that week, and you'll soon find that you're no longer triggered into that angry hedgehog, but instead you're able to let the anger go, you're able to let your inner critic go, and you're able to find a calm place to get back to being you. I hope you enjoy that. There's one more to go, and that's the flight response. So if you're a runner, watch out for what to do in that situation to bring you back to being you. Hope you've enjoyed it, and please do share your own experiences. Thanks for listening.